Rangers could be bracing themselves for a major summer battle, because one of Europe's informed giants is circling a player whose Ibrox story is only just getting started. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. According to reports from Eindhoven's Dagblad, PSV Eindhoven are seriously considering a summer move for Yusuf Chermiti, and this isn't a sudden interest. The Eredivisie leaders have been tracking the Rangers striker for months, quietly monitoring his development as they plan for next season. This is where things get interesting. Chermiti arrived at Ibrox last summer in an £8 million deal, a fee that raised eyebrows across the fan base. The move, pushed through under former sporting director Kevin Thelwell, was seen as a gamble on potential rather than proven quality. And early on, that gamble looked risky. But fast forward to now, and the narrative is starting to shift. Under new boss Danny Rule, Chermiti has shown flashes of exactly why Rangers invested so heavily. He's becoming a big game player, the kind every top club craves. A stunning overhead kick in the Old Firm clash against Celtic turned heads. But it was his ruthless hat-trick against league leaders Hearts at Ibrox that truly made people sit up and take notice. Moments like that don't go unnoticed, especially not by clubs like PSV. However, there's still a major question mark hanging over the 21-year-old. While he's delivered in high-profile matches, his consistency across the full season remains under scrutiny. For every standout performance, there have been quieter displays where his impact has faded, and that's why the Rangers' support is still divided. And here's where the plot thickens even further. Back in January, Turkish giants Fenerbahce reportedly had a significant bid rejected, a deal that could have nearly doubled Rangers' initial investment. That decision raised eyebrows at the time, with some fans questioning whether the club had missed the perfect moment to cash in. Now, with PSV entering the race, and with Feyenoord also previously linked, Rangers could soon find themselves at the centre of a transfer tug-of-war. The key question: price. Rangers are under no pressure to sell, but if multiple European heavyweights start circling, the bidding could escalate quickly, and with Chermiti's reputation as a rising talent growing, his value may never be higher than it is this summer. So this is the dilemma facing Ibrox. Do they cash in on potential and secure a huge profit? Or do they back Chermiti to fully explode next season and become the elite striker they believe they've signed? One thing is clear, this story is far from over. And if PSV make their move, Rangers may be forced into a decision that could shape their entire summer window. In other news, there are loan signings that pass through quietly, doing their job before returning to their parent club without much fuss. And then there are those who leave a mark. Players who feel intrinsically tied to a club in a way that suggests their story isn't quite finished. Mikey Moore is rapidly becoming the latter at Rangers. At just 18 years old, the Tottenham Hotspur loanee has not only adapted to life at Ibrox, but has thrived under the pressure and expectation that comes with wearing the jersey. In a season where consistency and attacking spark have been invaluable, Moore has emerged as one of Rangers' standout performers, a fearless winger who plays with a maturity far beyond his years. But while his performances on the pitch have caught the eye, it is his words off it that may have provided the biggest talking point yet. In a recent interview shared via Rangers' social media channels, Moore offered a glimpse into his emotional connection with the club, and it was a statement that will not have gone unnoticed by supporters or decision makers alike. It is a special place to play and live, to be honest. I love living here as well, so it is a dream for me to play Rangers. Simple words on the surface, but loaded with meaning. For a player whose long-term future technically lies in North London, describing his current surroundings in such glowing terms suggests something deeper than a standard loan experience. Moore hasn't just settled, He's embraced everything about Rangers, from the intensity of the fan base to the demands of performing week in, week out for a club where expectations are non-negotiable. From the moment he arrived in Glasgow, there has been a sense of natural fit. His playing style, direct, energetic, fearless, aligns perfectly with what supporters demand, while his mentality has allowed him to integrate seamlessly into a dressing room filled with more experienced professionals. What has perhaps been most impressive is his confidence. Despite his age, Moore has not shied away from responsibility. Instead, he has often taken games by the scruff of the neck, driving Rangers forward in key moments and setting standards that belie his inexperience. That willingness to lead through performance has only strengthened his standing within the squad. It is no surprise then that manager Danny Roll has made his stance clear. Retaining Moore beyond this season is a priority. However, football rarely operates on sentiment alone. Any potential extension of Moore's stay will hinge on multiple factors, most notably the plans of Tottenham Hotspur. As his parent club, Spurs ultimately control the trajectory of his development, and with Moore regarded as one of their brightest young prospects, they will weigh up whether another loan is the best step forward or if he is ready to be integrated into their own first-team plans. A permanent deal, at least for now, appears highly unlikely. Financial realities make that abundantly clear. Rangers' transfer record, set when Tore Andre Flo joined from Chelsea for £12 million, would be comfortably eclipsed by any potential fee for Moore. Current estimates place his valuation somewhere in the region of £21.7 million to £25 million, a figure that sits well beyond Rangers' typical spending capacity. That leaves one realistic pathway: another loan. And this is where Moore's recent comments could prove significant. In modern football, player influence carries weight, particularly when it comes to development decisions for young talents. If Moore continues to express a strong desire to remain in Glasgow, it could shape discussions behind the scenes. After all, regular football, a supportive environment, and clear trust from the manager are critical components in a young player's growth. Rangers can offer all three. There is also the intangible factor, the feeling Moore alluded to when he described the club as special. Not every player finds a place where they feel both valued and inspired so early in their career. When that connection exists, it often leads to prolonged spells, even if initially unexpected. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.